This is the Symposium podcast with E. Wright and Romero.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Symposium podcast. On the other side of the chair, let the people know who you are, sir.
What up, people? E. Wright back again. Kick it back to my man.
You know what it is? Rose Gold in the building. Feeling good, feeling great. It is August 21st, 2022. The boys is back in the building, you know, after, 2 weeks of not taking a break, but just being busy. Being busy.
Yeah.
So it's nice to be back, doing what we do best. So before we get into things, as always, to you, sir.
Cheers, my man.
And to the people, welcome to the party. Shout out to the product that we are drinking. We are not saying your name until we get that check. But your product is very delicious. It's very refreshing.
It is.
It is not an alcoholic beverage. It is 100% water.
Yeah, we've been off the sauce for a little bit.
Yeah.
During the pod, at least.
During the pod, for sure. We have our reasons.
Yeah.
No legal troubles. no legal troubles. It's just health. Just health. Outside of that, how are you, sir?
I'm alright, man. I'm
Yeah.
alright. I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
It's been a long night. But I'm good, man. I can't complain, dude. You know.
Sure.
We'll get into it, but I had a good time.
Yeah.
Last night, so you know, just a little tired, a little bit.
Last night was a great night. He's not mentioning what happened this morning though. The adventure that he had.
Yeah. How you doing, though?
I'm good, man. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Tired, but
yeah.
busy as always. No complaints though. Life is good in a lot of ways, and in another way, I'm just fucking waiting for the market to turn around. I'm trying to get this Tesla money, nigga. Listen, I feel it in my nuts, okay? I'm ready for this money.
Since you bring it up, I will say, you never gave me that information.
I know.
Just want to say that.
I thought about it the whole week. I was like, if I don't hurry up and send this, he's gonna come for me. I
was waiting. I'm like, all right, you get it, you figure it out.
I told E that about a certain.
We got plans, man.
I'm sorry, nigga. I'm trying. You're gonna get rich. I told E about an investment, and it seems like a good idea to do. And I said I would send him information, and here it is a week later.
More than a week.
It's been a week. Okay,
No.
You're right.
It's been a long time.
It's like, you know, this thing's coming for me. It's been more than a week.
So I'm like, oh, maybe it wasn't a good investment.
No, I'm sorry, dude. I was on a trip. I was in
you're right.
I was in the mountains.
You're right.
Eating pot. Did I tell you? I didn't even show you that. I was
You have not talked about the trip?
I went to Colorado and I did some hiking. Beautiful place, by the way. Lovely town.
Yeah.
Would recommend it for anyone. I won't say the name because someone came from my life about it. No names on this one. But y'all will find out soon enough.
Ironically, yeah.
But yeah, I went to Colorado. It was a good time and took some pictures. But I'll even show you, like here. Went on some hikes. Went on a mountain.
Yeah.
Long fucking. It was up there, but it was fun. But at the top, took this view.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, that's tight.
But that's me eating popcorn at the top. I'm like, this is great.
It's a good real fashion though. The cool awkward dude.
Is that nigga eating popcorn on a mountain? Yeah. So, it was a good time. That nonsense aside, should we get into some news?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God, where to start? Let's see. There's a lot that has been going on. Where are you? Where are you? Literally just had it. This is very unprofessional. Oh, here we go. Oh Oh my God, where do we even start? Maybe we should start with this one, the Trump raid. Trump was I can't even say it was recently. This happened like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Trump was raided at Mar-a-Lago. Is that how you say it?
Sure.
Trump was recently raided at Mar-a-Lago for all of the allegations that have been against him and stuff. And I'm actually I find that very interesting that he got raided.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like after the election was done, I just thought like, okay, no one's really gonna come for him. He
Right. Yeah.
got away.
Right.
But the fact that this happened, I was like, what does this mean now? Because you also have to think, and I didn't know this, someone else told me this. So Trump ran for presidency, right? And he won, but he only did 4 years.
Right.
I did not know this, but it turns out he could run again. Now I was like, what? So I don't want that. Do not want that.
Right.
For reasons, but yeah.
And then with the we just talked about with the alleged
allegedly
him keeping the nuclear codes, which is funny as fuck, because why wouldn't you not? You know what I mean?
That's a fair question. Well, so apparently, like, allegedly, this is why we have to say allegedly.
Well, why would you not, though?
For someone like him, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the part that's weird about it is, like, it says that he kept the codes, but it was in a fucking email? That's a security risk out of this world. I don't know. To that transition, Hillary Clinton has posted a picture on her Instagram wearing a hat that says, "But her emails."
Yeah, that's very funny.
God.
That's funny.
The only thing that would make that funnier is if it said, "But her emails," though.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's too much fuckery.
Yeah.
Too much. So that's what's going on in the political world,
Right.
among other shit.
Among other shit.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What else is going on? We'll touch on this real quick. Here's why I bring this one into news. Okay. Recently, Jadakiss and the Locks, LOX, they recently celebrated their, I believe, 15th anniversary of just being in the game, right? And so Jadakiss gave his people, championship rings.
Yeah.
But I saw this in a video on Instagram. What I did not know, I didn't know about his headband. Did you know this? His headband is just made out of fucking paper towel.
Yeah.
You didn't know? You knew that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But okay, so that's how it used to be. So he might have just brought it back.
Yeah.
That's what it did. That's what it used to be. So he must have just brought it back. That's funny. Yeah.
I guess I never paid attention to it. So I read it and it was like Jadakiss brings back his original headband, and I was like,
yeah, literally paper towel. Yeah, bro.
It's a paper towel.
Yeah.
The thing here's what it is. Why I'm so dumbfounded about it is, like, one, I had no idea, and two, I was like, this is genius. You mean to tell me I could take a paper towel and make it a headband? Like, I'm a nigga that sweats, so I need.
So Jadakiss is my number 2 top, rapper.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's funny. I didn't know what you were talking about with that, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I was just fascinated by that.
So he brought it back. Okay. Because that definitely used to be a thing.
And I guess that's another thing about it is, like, 15 years. First of all, congratulations to you guys. Big ups. But I had to think about that. I was like, hold on. 15 years, I'm just now learning that this nigga was wearing a paper towel as a headband.
Yeah.
I know nothing of the world. That nonsense out the way. The last bit of news is how many segments have we had on this nigga now? Like it doesn't. Kanye West. We're talking about Kanye West.
I'm gonna just say this is probably one of the corniest things he's done in a while. But yeah, we'll continue.
Well, it's not just Kanye West, because there's something that happened with Pete Davidson as well. There are two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, we'll start here. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian recently broke up. What their reasons were, I don't know.
That's not a shocker. But yeah.
But because of the breakup, Kanye West put out not an ad, but like a headline?
It's not.
Or
he
a
put a post up.
He put a post up, yeah.
Of a New York Times article.
Yeah, thank you.
Pete Davidson, Skeet
Davidson.
Dead at 28.
Yeah. And to further the petty.
Yeah.
All the way at the bottom in a very, very small font, he came at Kid Cudi as well. Something about like Kid Cudi was supposed to perform, but
at the funeral was scared of the bottle.
Yeah. Scared of a bottle being thrown. Like, Jesus Christ.
That's just corny, bro. First of all,
the petty is real.
But dog, how many times can you pretend to kill a nigga? Kill a nigga, you know what I mean?
Dog.
In the Easy video, he killed Pete Davidson.
Yeah, with the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, that's just corny, dude. Like, and this it's not funny, but it's like, it was reported, came out that, like, Pete Davidson is back in, like, a trauma, or went back to, like, a institution for, just being traumatized or some shit like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But,
which is not funny, but it's like,
huh?
get your shit together, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Well, two things there. Transitioning from Kanye to Pete Davidson, there are two things that I heard happen. One can be confirmed. One, Pete Davidson, after Kanye did what he did, Pete Davidson got a tattoo that says, "I hate Kanye West." Two, I don't know how true this is, but there seems to be evidence behind it. I don't know if you heard this or not, but Pete Davidson broke into Kim Kardashian's home,
No, I didn't hear this.
snuck into Northwest's room, and bit her.
Bro, stop it, dude.
I don't. I'm surprised you didn't hear this.
What are we talking about right now?
Listen, this is the
No,
life.
I didn't hear that.
This is the
That's
life
a grown-ass man.
around
What are you talking about?
Nick. This is the life of Kanye. Not only that, but how could we not talk about this being a mental health podcast? Because clearly there's some nonsense going on.
No, I didn't hear that. That is wild. If that's
It's hard not to think that it's not true, because if you said, Pete Davidson went to an institution, okay, maybe there's something going on.
But why bite? Why is he biting the child?
Well, think about it. I mean, you're dealing with, nothing justifies that at all, but it's more of getting to that edge, or being on the brink of almost a breakdown.
Yeah.
There are certain things about it. Like, one, Pete Davidson was always infatuated with Kim Kardashian, apparently. Two, they break up, so that affects him. Three, during his entire time with Kim Kardashian, you're dealing with Kanye West, who is
They were once friends at one point, also. But
were they though, or were they acquaintances?
well, who isn't in that?
We need to talk about that, because I think that's very, very weird. I think it's weird. Well, to be clear, I think it's weird that in this group of people, you look like you're friends, but then you also fuck with each other, or
It's
like.
I mean, it's status, it's egos, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's appearances, like, yeah. Like, all that shit is fake, bro. Like, Hollywood is fake.
For sure.
Like, it's just, it is what it is, you know?
It all just seems like a hoax.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But,
Headlines.
although I'm gonna sound stupid as fuck after I say this, but after you just said Hollywood is fake, it just hit me in another way as far as, again, I'm gonna sound stupid as fuck, in terms of Hollywood being fake. I didn't think about people being two-faced to one another. Like being fake towards one another. I always thought about Hollywood being fake in the sense of whatever people are doing, it's not real. Like
characters. Like,
yeah, basically. But doing that to each other,
right.
That's something that I didn't really think about. Like, Hollywood really is fake because everyone's just being phony towards one another. Stupid, maybe, but this is all stupid news, people.
It's very stupid.
Very, very stupid.
It's very stupid, but this is where we're at.
This is where we're at. That's it for news.
Yeah.
That's news to me. There's no conclusion to the last story.
No, we just, and I don't care, but yeah. Prayers, thoughts and prayers to everybody involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Prayer hands.
Yeah. For sure.
I'm sure we'll hear more about. Fuck this topic. Moving on. Moving on. Let's talk about. This is some news, but I'm gonna further it. Marvel. Holy shit, dude. Marvel recently came out with their Phase 5 and 6 news, and it is fucking huge. The things that they are doing. Did you see the trailer for Black Panther 2?
Mm-hmm.
Sick. I cried, and that is just a trailer, so I can't imagine what it'll be like with the movie. What else is going on? A lot of movies are dropping. A lot of series are coming up. Daredevil is returning with an 18 episode list, which is.
I'm actually excited for Daredevil. Daredevil was super dope. Super dope.
Big ups to the actor Charlie Cox who plays Daredevil. I think he is a phenomenal actor in terms of the character he's playing. Like, I don't think, that's an actor playing this person. I'm like, oh, he is Daredevil.
We should always preface too. We're about to nerd out, so
yeah.
Bear with us.
Thank you. I forgot to do that.
if you don't fuck with Marvel, just fast forward this.
Yeah, just fast forward. We'll get to some other shit.
Yeah.
Nerd alert. That's what we'll call it. Nerd alert.
Yeah, I like that.
Woo. Yeah. So, and there's other shit that's coming up. She-Hulk that was recently came out.
Dope.
I haven't seen it. Have you seen it yet?
No, I saw just the trailer, but
have you seen Miss Marvel?
no.
I haven't seen that either.
No.
Okay.
I heard it was trash though, but
Say that again.
I heard it was trash.
Really? Well, probably. You know what? This should have been news as well, because
I heard Doctor Strange was trash too.
Mixed reviews.
Yeah.
Because you saw it or no? I saw it and I was like, all right, there are parts where I'm like, this is good, and there are other parts that I'm like,
yeah.
But
new Ant-Man coming.
what?
New Ant-Man is coming.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's gonna be good. May 2023. Ant-Man and Quantumania, I believe it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, the Wasp. Yeah.
Oh, I forget the brother's name, but he's a good actor. Shout out to my man who plays Kang in Loki and in the upcoming Ant-Man movie.
I heard it.
Did you see Loki?
No, but I heard.
Oh, dude.
I heard the new Thor was kind of trash too.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Thor 4, Love and
Did you watch
Thunder.
it?
Nope, haven't seen it.
Yeah, I heard it was kind of trash, but I don't know. And I'm just hearing shit, so I can just watch it for yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm sure we probably the only one that haven't watched it. So.
We niggas is busy.
Right.
Can't just be sitting down nerding all the time.
Yeah.
We have families and shit.
For real.
So there are two big things that are happening with Marvel that are not controversial, but people are talking about it. Like you have this side of it where there are a lot of releases expanding the universe and telling the story, but then on the other side, production-wise, people are like, all right, the market is being oversaturated with Marvel shit. People might be getting tired of it. And then two, recently it's come out that the FX, not company, but the people who work on the visuals, they are being overworked and underpaid. So a lot of viewers are kind of watching some of these shows or even movies, and they're like, "This is shitty quality." For reasons.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was like, I can see how the two connect, but it's like, you know, how do you fix this problem? Do you slow down on some of these things, like some of these what's the word I'm looking for? Projects? Or, you know, full steam ahead, but hire some more people. You got money.
Right.
Disney, you got fucking money. I don't know. Thoughts on any of that at all? Just a lot.
No, man, I'm just waiting. I'm just ready for it to all be out, man. I'm just ready to see. I'm excited for all the, you know, especially the new phases. It's way more we haven't touched on, but
There's just so many.
It's so much, yeah. It's so much. So, but I just want to, you know, I'm just ready to see it drop.
Avengers 5 and 6, movies 5 and 6 will be in the same year. Spring 2026 and fall 2026. Avengers 5 will be the Kang Dynasty, and then movie 6, oh my god, fucking amazing, will be Avengers Secret Wars. Do you know anything about Secret Wars? Negative.
Zero.
Secret Wars will be one of the greatest fucking films in the history of, I'd say, superhero films. Secret Wars is about war between not only superheroes, but heroes from other universes, all coming together.
I know what's going on.
Yeah. So like, No Way Home, 3 Peter Parkers, they collab, but imagine them going at it.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting. But here's my problem. Here's my problem with Marvel. They put out these dates for movies and shit, like niggas not getting old. Okay? By the time that movie comes out, I'll be 40. I don't have time to sit down and watch all these goddamn shows.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
I just said I will be in my 40s.
Hey, by the time you're 40, it's gonna be some shit where you don't even gotta leave your house to watch this. You'll find a way.
I better have some Marvel money.
Right.
All right.
A quick conspiracy theory.
Let's get into it.
But you know how like the Marvel universe, whatever, like they got 3 Peter Parkers.
Yes.
Or I saw something that was pretty interesting. Like, why can't they bring a different Black Panther back in another universe? You know what I mean? Rest in peace. But
R.I.P.
you know, why can't they bring it back as somebody else? Is what I saw. It's be kind of
Like,
I think I heard honestly I saw somebody Idris Elba or
basically saying if you have these alternative superheroes, why couldn't you bring someone back as
And I don't know if I agree with that, but
fair to what you're saying. It was stated that there is a possibility of that because it was stated that no one would replace Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Like, he's gone.
Right.
However, that doesn't mean someone else could take up the mantle of Black Panther. I will say this, so there is a possibility that it could be Michael B. Jordan or someone else from another universe. But thank you, you reminded me of two theories that I have, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. But before that, I have to say this, Thunderbolts. Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
Thunderbolts is coming out as well. Thunderbolts is like a team of maybe anti-heroes, I would say, like Batman. So that would be interesting to see. You're talking the Punisher, Red Hulk, fucking. There's a number. I think that comes out in like 2025. Oh. But y'all stay tuned with that. Now back to what you're saying. I also think it's genius. I also think it's brilliant why. Fuck, I have 3. It makes sense why Marvel would have Avengers 5 and 6 within the same year. Because there's too many projects at the same time. You're building up to like one of the biggest stories ever. Not only that, but you can't just throw in characters.
Yeah.
And have people be like, oh, this is some of the greatest.
Right, because it's, for sure.
And not to mention, this is a whole new team. I don't know if people really, well, I know nerds do, but like the common viewer, they're not just gonna look at a character that in an Avenger film, if it came out right now, and be like, what the fuck? Especially with what's happening now. I said this before. Avengers is transitioning from a mostly male team to majority being females.
Yeah, which is obvious. We've seen that in Black Panther.
Yep.
So.
It's happening, and which goes to the next thing. Well, what you're saying.
Your sister.
I think Shuri is gonna be the next Black Panther.
We thought. I mean,
it makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it was obvious that she was gonna be, but maybe
it is. There's just even just the way that the character looks now.
Yeah.
Also, did you know this? We mentioned this before, but Ironheart is coming out, and that is basically the Black female version of Iron Man.
Yeah. You
get a glimpse of her in Black Panther 2. So I mean, these things are slowly happening.
Yeah.
And the reason that I even bring that up is it's been done before, it's been said before, whenever there is a all or mostly female cast, the world doesn't necessarily jump for joy with that. So I give credit where credit is due when it comes to Disney. It's like, okay, you're slowly taking your time building these characters, and you would have to, otherwise you'll have a riot on your hands from people. Even with Captain Marvel, I know for a fact now, Captain Marvel will be the next captain of the Avengers. If that were to happen now, if there was another Avengers movie that came out like now or 2023, people would fucking riot. There would be blood in the streets. And Mountain Dew, because nerds. So that's one theory that I have. Big theory. Oh, 2. I've been meaning to tell you this for the longest time. 2, it's genius with what Disney did, or just Marvel. I didn't think about this at first. So, fucking, not Thor, what's his name? Thanos. He was in Avengers 3 and movie 4, right? I was wondering, I was like, why would you have Avengers 5 and 6 within the same year? And why is it that, like, why did they do 4, or excuse me, why did they do Avengers 3 and 4 as like a part 1 and a part 2? And I realized it now. I was like, well, Avengers 3 really was the end of, it was the end of like that sort of phase in terms of the Infinity Gauntlet or the Infinity Stones. And Avengers, I'm saying a lot of shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Stay with me. I'm gonna get there. Phases 1 through 3 were very focused on the Infinity Stones. And even though it ended with Avengers 4, what you don't realize is that's not, though it's the ending of the Infinity Stones, at the same time, it's the beginning of the multiverse saga. Mm. And the reason that I say that is this. The Avengers fight 2 different Thanos. In Avengers 3, you have the Thanos that's like out for blood, collecting all the stones and just murdering niggas. Murdered his own kid. But in Avengers 4, what's her name? Who's the green one? I forget her name. From Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I can't even think of her name either.
Anyways, in Avengers 4, notice that she's still with Thanos. Mm-hmm. So that, like, those are 2 different versions, or like 2 different timeline Thanos. You have the one who's gone through all of this shit, lost his daughter, or daughter was taken away from, like, teamed up with some other people, has yet to get all the stones. Avengers have gotten stronger, have been in the way of his plans. I mean, even in the end of the second Avengers, you see a clip of him going, fine, I'll do it myself. Mm-hmm. I bring that up because that's a man who has experienced emotional toil. So at the end of Avengers 3, you see him happy as shit because he completed his plan. Someone who's like that has a will that can't really be broken. Whereas Avengers 4, that was a different sort of Thanos. He didn't have that same will. Mm-hmm. That was someone who still had everything intact. He had his team, he had his family. He had nothing to lose. Well, I take that back. There was nothing he had everything already, so you can't just like move from there. There's no hunger within you. You just want this thing, if that makes sense. That's a stupid tangent. Y'all can fast forward. Just fast forward to that. Here's the big theory. I figured it out. I finally figured it out. I know who's going to be Miles Morales. That nigga will be, if he's not, I would be very, very shocked. But I guarantee Miles Morales will appear very soon in the next few years. Probably either in the Avengers Kang Dynasty, a Spider-Man movie, or Secret Wars. And I know who it is. I forget the brother's name, but I'll give you a hint. He is an actor in the show Blackish.
Oh, Junior?
No.
The kid. The twin, the younger one.
Yep.
Why do you think that?
And I'm gonna edit this out. I'm gonna keep it in, but I'm definitely gonna censor some shit because I want y'all to guess. I think because 2 reasons. One, there was a scene, there are pictures of him and Donald Glover, right? Donald Glover knows who this kid is. I don't know what the relationship is, but there have been pictures of them together. So there's some sort of relationship. Mm. And I even believe that in an interview, when the question of Miles Morales, who would play him, came up, it didn't show the kid, but Donald Glover did point to somebody, and he was like, well, if you really want to know, it's like that kid over there. So it had to be him. 2, this kid also knows, why can't I think of names? Who plays Spider-Man? Why can't I think of his name? Tom Holland. There we go. Yeah. He knows Tom Holland as well. Just so y'all understand, Donald Glover will play the uncle of Miles Morales. Well, he plays him already, but he's going to have a bigger role down the road. Remember, this is Marvel we're talking about. All they do is just drop hints, little gems for you. And two, if he knows these two people, you got to think about chemistry on film.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they have it?
I mean, no, that would be a great, like.
You get what I'm saying?
No, it would make sense.
And think about the timeline.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how old that kid is, but he has the perfect, or he's at that age where it would fit. Because now you have Tom Holland, who is a seasoned Spider-Man, and then you would have this kid as the younger version, but the younger Spider-Man coming in, new powers and all, opening the next generation. And it has been made clear that Marvel characters can die or whatever. So chances are one day Tom Holland Spider-Man will be offed, opening the position to Miles Morales. So that's my theory. And I bet money it's gonna be that kid. Guaranteed. That's all I got for nerdiness. I'm sorry for taking up everybody's time. Any thoughts, theories at all?
No. We're good, man. There's a lot.
Sorry, man. I've been meaning to get that off for so long.
We unpacked a lot of that. It's cool, man. It's one of those episodes, you know what I mean?
Yep. Do this, because I thought about this as well. The kids that you talk to, who always be coming up with theories on Marvel, that you tend to at school, tell them this. Like, run this episode back if you need to. Be like, hey, my man Romero said this. See what they say, especially about Miles Morales, because I'm curious to hear what they have to say. I might even pull up on y'all. Like, I heard what you said. So that's enough. That's enough nerd alert. That's what we'll call it. I lied. Dragon Ball superhero the movie that dropped in America now. That is out in theaters. Anyone that is a nerd, go to see it. Especially if you love Dragon Ball. I hear it's very good. I'm gonna check it out soon. Now that's it. No more nerd news. No more nerd alert. Let's get into some other topics. Focus on some music. E, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Yeah, man. We went and saw Kendrick last night.
Yeah.
K-Dot, King Kendrick, Mr. Morale. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, like, how do you think the concert was?
Fucking great.
It's fucking amazing.
Is it 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, man.
For sure.
It was great. Baby King was dope. Just overall, so the last concert, we actually talked about that. Last concert I've been to was, I think it was Rick Ross, Jeezy, and 2 Chainz, and that was, turn up. It was dope though. But the artistry Kendrick Lamar brought was just dope, man. It's just so dope. Like, even like the fucking stage presence, the background dancers, everything. It was dope.
That man knows how to
All
control the
black
crowd.
also.
Yeah, you peeped that?
It was all black also, which was crazy. It was dope, man. Just amazing. It was an amazing show.
Yeah.
It was an amazing performance. I was definitely satisfied. Yeah, man, I'm glad we went.
Yeah.
Last minute, we went at the literally last minute.
Listen, niggas had to stretch money.
Yeah.
but
we I'm super glad we got to witness that.
Yeah.
Funny, just the range of people that was there. We probably saw fucking 8-year-olds to 50-year-olds or more in that building.
So to touch on this a little bit, where E and I were sitting, we had good seats.
Yeah.
But where we were sitting, not only were we around kids, like there was just a mix of people around, but there were 2 kids behind us.
They had to be like 12 or 13.
While like living their best life.
But rapping lyric for lyric though.
I didn't hear
word
that.
for word.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what you said.
Word for word, bro. Like multiple songs. I'm like, okay. Even some old ones.
They weren't just kids wilding out. They were like,
I'm like, oh, they really here for Kendrick. Yeah.
I'm really out here.
Which was super dope. Super dope. I was surprised about the amount of Caucasian people in the building. That shocked me. I'm like, damn. Like, Minnesota Kendrick fans are very white. Very white. But
that's no surprise though, because
it surprised me.
Really?
Yeah.
But that makes me think. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But then again, it's like, all right, yeah, you know, like, especially okay, I would say in this TikTok era, maybe, you know what I mean? Because him and Baby King got quite a few
fans.
Yeah, songs on TikTok that people like try to sound, I got you. Quite a few sounds, so that could track. You know what I mean? That could have made him like, oh, all right, so let me go back and see who this person is, and then you know, that way. I thought of that, but
okay, interesting. Here's a question for you. So you saw a concert at the Armory with 2 Chainz and everybody.
Yeah.
Majority of the audience, what color was it?
2 Chainz were across the Jeezy.
Nigga, I'm genuinely asking.
They were black.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
But that's a different kind of music. You know what I mean?
Yes, that is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I have to consider that because when you said you were surprised at that, I wasn't. But I've seen Chance the Rapper. I've seen Drake in concert, and when I went to those shows, majority of the audience was white.
Okay, I'll say this, because
Kanye West as well back in the day.
Yeah, Drake, Kanye, Kendrick, superstars. Superstars. That means they out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a level.
Yeah, and that's that level. That's why you see that type of, like, that's that level. You know what I mean? And
white money.
Yeah. But it was dope. Yeah. It was dope, man. It was dope. Do you have a favorite part of the show? The concert? What was your favorite part of that?
Love the whole thing. I'm torn. Yeah. It's between when he did All Right. Yeah. And the closer, Savior. And I only say that because I told Danny G this. I haven't heard All Right in so long. Like, I completely forgot about it. Completely forgot about the song. And when he played it, I was like, so that was good. That was a good one. And then Savior, like, that's probably my favorite song of 2022, if I'm being quite honest.
Okay.
Like that one, I don't know why, but it really resonates with me. So to hear that's why people go to concerts as fans. It's one thing to play something over and over and over again, but then to hear it live, there's something about it that resonates with you. So those are probably my top 2. What about for you?
For me, it had to be Mad City.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How come?
That's my shit, though.
Okay.
It's just, the vibe was super dope.
You was feeling it?
Yeah. There was one more moment.
I mean, it was all good.
It was all fucking good, to be honest, bro. It was a dope show, man. It was a dope show. I like when he did the little COVID. What was he? Oh, that was All Right. Yeah.
That was All Right.
COVID thing. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. It was just dope, man.
Oh, fuck. I thought that whole sequence was good when he was in Contamination. So he
left.
Yeah. So he started with All Right, and then it transitioned to Mirror.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this.
But did you see when the side of the stage it mirrored the crowd? Like, it was a
it was a mirror, like a literal.
That was dope.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah. Now I'm thinking about it. Jesus Christ, man.
the artistry, bro.
It's
all of it.
Yeah.
All of it. Okay, I had a question. I was wondering, like, you know, when you go city to city, I guess it is rehearsals, but when you go city to city, how hard you think it is to actually set, like, because no stage is the same, no venue is the same, I mean, right? But do they set the stage up the same? I'm assuming they have to, right?
Yeah, they have to.
Mm-hmm.
Keep in mind, I'm not sure.
Just spilled it.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate you pointing that out to me. Too much fun. Think about it in this way. This isn't an artist who is performing at like an Orpheum or you know, where it's one stage. You're in a stadium.
Yeah.
So there's more room. So you usually set things up a very specific way. It's like, all right, stadiums are usually the same.
Right. So
they're round, you're in the middle. So
damn, that's gotta just be a lot of fucking work, dude.
A lot of money.
Yeah. Even like I mentioned last night, just how the camera worked. Like,
yeah, he did. He was focused
facing,
on that.
He was facing the one camera, but it was on the screen, super dope. And then as soon as he turned around, the other camera flashed, like flip, like it was dope, man.
A lot of working parts.
Fucking show, man. Shout out to Kendrick.
I kept saying, when you told me that, I kept saying this to myself. I was like, it's a very intricate show.
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of moving pieces.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is funny because Danny G, we were talking this morning because I was giving her a recap of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And this was the first show that not only was I a fan, but I was really paying attention to other things besides, you know, just being like, oh, this is my shit.
Yeah.
Like the dancing, the dancers, I was into it, but I was also asking questions like, okay, what is happening right now? Why are they in suits?
Mm-hmm.
What are the sort of dances that they're doing?
Yeah.
And you're trying to connect it to the music, but I'm like, yeah, but I feel like there's more, like it's deeper than that.
Cause it's Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had the Mike Jack love.
He had a puppet.
Yeah.
So even like that, it's like, okay, and it's not like, what the fuck is going on? It's more, what's happening? What is the message that I am not understanding, basically? Because the show was so fucking good. Not only did I have a good time, but I was trying to analyze every single thing. I had to even go back on the way home and play the whole fucking album just to like connect the dots. No pun intended. Good show.
It was amazing.
Good show. 10 out of 10. On that note, so I showed you. So you know we were talking about the crowd was full of white kids and stuff, right? And I even showed you the text from Danny G.
Yeah.
We talked about that this morning, and I thought this was interesting because she said that she feels nervous attending those sort of concerts. And by that I'm saying she said that she feels nervous about attending concerts like that where the whole crowd or majority of the crowd is white.
It's very funny because the dudes in front of us were all white, and I was waiting to hear. I was and they didn't say it one time.
No, okay, see.
And they didn't say it one time.
Not once.
And I don't know if it was because we were behind them or what.
No.
You know, some people think like, well, it's just in a song. But like,
that's something.
They didn't say the word nigga one time. And
you're right, and I agree.
And I was just laughing to myself like, oh, okay.
And I think this is another reason why I say the level of crowd control that this man has is just phenomenal. Because I noticed it when it came to certain songs, and you know there was an emphasis on nigga. the crowd was quiet.
Yeah.
The crowd was quiet. Like not once.
Yeah.
Not once.
I'm sure, but it was very man.
Oh, sure, there were probably some that said it, but
But
not
it was, not the majority, which I was just laughing to myself because I'm sure, like looking for it, like I was just waiting.
All right.
See what the vibe was, what the temperature is in this area, but it was funny. That was funny to me. That stood out to me. Even when remember I said he edited that song?
Yeah, you're right. I went back and I played it and I was like,
fuck you, bitch. And
two very different versions.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, I just think it had, just kind of, that's very aggressive. And I'm sure he, got some pushback from that, but.
Yeah.
A little bit, but.
Well, maybe it was just, I think it was a combination. Plus, you're talking about Kendrick Lamar. This is a very.
It was all age show as well, but.
Yeah.
I mean, he still said most of it. That's the only part.
He said a lot.
That's the only part he really edited,
This is a very conscious artist.
Yeah.
So, I think there's definitely some things that he was very much aware of, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why, A, there were edits, and B, you had a crowd full of white people who did not say the N-word.
Yeah.
So, but I wanna go back to this conversation that Danny G and I had, because I was very interested in what she said, because she's like, concerts like that make me feel uncomfortable because not only majority of the kids are white, but it's like a certain type of people, basically, where they're just rowdy and full of energy, and I gotta give credit where credit is due. This is a very smart woman. She was talking about how kids like that, they seem to have this sort of anger, and when they listen to rappers, it's almost as though they feel like they're connecting with that artist or with that rapper, like, oh, their anger is mine, they feel what I feel, and it's like, how would you possibly understand what that person has gone through when it's a completely different culture? I'm paraphrasing, but the way that she put it, I was like, you're white, and yet you seem to get this thing. So it was very fascinating. But no, she's right, 100%. Because even for me, I was like, that's something that I've never really thought about. Like, yeah, I could be in a crowd of people and be like, okay, majority are white, it's kind of weird, but whatever, we're all here to have a good time. But you have to be aware of something like that. You as I don't know, maybe not a fan, but what are you getting out of this experience, basically? Like, are you going because you connect with the artist that you are seeing, or are you going like, dance, nigga? You know what I'm saying? I hate to say that, but it's like, which also kind of makes me think of why he had the puppet on there.
I don't know.
That's a stretch. But before that. So I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just my recap of the show. It was amazing.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Fucking 10, man.
I highly recommend it. Anyone that is, to anybody that listens outside of Minnesota, if you have not gotten a chance to see Kendrick Lamar, go see it. It will not be a waste of money, I promise.
Facts.
Let's do last call. Wrap this shit up. Man. You want to start or me? Fuck. A lot of stuff going on. With everything that's been going on, one thing that I'll say, just from deciding to go to Kendrick Lamar last minute, take the opportunities, man. Take the opportunities.
That's good. I like that.
Like that, we both were talking about it like separately, and then when we had a quick moment, it was like, "You think about going?" I was thinking about going. There was some hesitance. It was like, "Nigga, let's go." I regret nothing.
Yeah.
So if an opportunity comes up to do something cool, we've been saying it for almost a year now. Do that shit. All right, just take the opportunity.
Facts. No, like I just piggyback off that, man. Like, yeah, for real, man, because you know, fucking life is short, bro.
Yeah.
Life is short. Now I'm like, what am I gonna do next? You know what I mean? What am I gonna do next, man? I've been for years hounded about getting a fucking passport. I don't know why I don't have one. But
Nick came at you yesterday.
I don't have a passport. I might be the only nigga that don't have a passport, but I will be getting one. And then we gotta get outside. We gotta take this pod somewhere else.
Where's the shit?
I don't know.
I would be happy to go international.
I don't know.
You don't have a destination in mind? Really?
No, I do not.
That's funny because after the concert, I was thinking about that. I was like,
Do you want to check out Amsterdam?
Amsterdam would be fucking fun.
Yeah.
I've never been, so that would be a good one.
I do want to check out Amsterdam. I mean, I want to go from often, but that's one on the list for sure.
Are you a fan of heat or no?
Fuck no. I hate being hot, bro. It's crazy.
I mean, I'm not a fan of heat. I'm kind of a fan of heat. I don't like to be. This has nothing to do with it. But I'm just thinking of other places.
Right. Yeah,
we'll talk.
But yeah, man.
Get that passport, nigga.
Yeah.
Get that passport.
Get that passport. Take them opportunities, man.
Yeah. Do that shit. So, shout out to Full Circle for that one.
Yeah.
Kick the year off right. All right, that's it. E, can you bring us home, sir?
We out of here, man. All right. That was another episode of the Symposium podcast. Thank you guys for watching, for listening, for sharing, whatever you do. Come back, man. Weekly. All right. So
tell your friends.
Right. Yeah, tell your friends. I'm E, right?
Rose gold.